Hello, folks. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a really fun tune called Rocky Top. You may have heard it before. I first heard of it relatively recently, and I enjoy it very, very much, playing it and listening to other folks play it. So learn it and then perform it and put it on a video and put it on YouTube so I can watch it. I think that'll be a good time. Let's learn how to play Rocky Top. So I am playing this song for this video in the key of C. Typically, I will play it in the key of D. I think that came from playing it on guitar and that being a really fun key to play it in. But you may realize that this is not a guitar. This is a ukulele, and that's what we're here to do. So C fits really nicely, and the chords in the key of C are all pretty easy. In the chorus, we are going to have a B flat, and it's a really good exercise, jumping from a C to a B flat, basically jumping to a bar chord kind of quickly. A quick chord review for y'all. We've got the C chord, F, A minor, G7, we've also got a standard G major, and we have that B flat. Now, if you manage to avoid it until watching this video, we play this B flat by barring all of the strings on the first fret. So I am using my pointer finger across all the first fret strings, and then I'm adding my ring finger to the third fret of the G string, and my middle finger to the second fret of the C string. Voila, we have a B flat. Now, as you'll see, hopping back and forth between the C and the B flat and getting back to that C can be a little tricky, but you will be able to get it. So just be patient with yourself if that one's a little slow or clunky at first. In terms of the strumming for this song, I kind of want some element, some level of like a boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka, boom chicka kind of thing. It's a bluegrassy kind of tune, you know, kind of a driving folk song. So I want that vibe in the strumming. If I'm just kind of like sitting and just focusing on the strumming, I might I've got my low G ukulele here, so I might use my thumb to hit the root note and then strum the chord. Maybe a down up, something like that. Alternate that bass with this low G. Wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Requires a bit of accuracy and practice playing a rhythm like that, but I can still get that same vibe. Boom chicka, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and down, down up, down, down up, down, down up, down, down up. We want to keep it kind of up tempo for a song like this. But let's just do a basic down, down, up strumming pattern over that first verse and see how it all feels. I'm just going to vamp on this C for a little while. I'm keeping it relatively slow for now while we practice. Wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, other half cat. Meow. Wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. So we can be flexible with that strumming pattern, you know, keeping that boom chicka feel throughout most of it. But at the end, I kind of did almost a little cha-cha-cha at the end. I still dream about that cha-cha-cha. It's just a nice way to kind of say, all right, we're done with the verse, and now we're gonna move into the chorus. The chorus. So here's where that B flat comes in. It comes in an interesting way here. So we're going from just walking through the chords of the chorus here. We start off on our A minor here, and then we go to G. That's when we switch to the B flat, and back to F, F, C. Here's where that move comes in. C, B flat, C, C, B flat, C. Okay. Now let's try it. We'll keep the tempo slow, but let's try putting it together. 1, 2, 3. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. So you're just going to want to get comfortable hopping from chord to chord there. So hopping from G to B flat. And B flat to F isn't that bad of a move because we're kind of in a similar shape. Here's my B flat. And I just have to do a little shift to get to my F there. So that's not so bad. If B flat is new to you, it's still going to require a little bit of work, but it's not quite as drastic as, say, going from C to B flat and back to C. Now, a case can be made for playing both of those chords, both the C and the B flat, as bar chords, because then it's the same exact shape that I'm just moving back and forth, and that can make that transition a little bit easier. Even though both chords are now bar chords, which are arguably a harder type of chord to play, now I don't have to change that chord shape. All I have to do is move to the 1st fret and back to the 3rd fret. So the C chord, again, it's the same shape as this B flat chord when we're barring, except my pointer finger is now barred across the 3rd fret of all my strings, and then my ring finger is playing the 5th fret of the G, and my middle finger is playing the 4th fret of the C. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. So that is certainly an option if you get comfortable with those bar chords. The second verse is same as the first in terms of chords and rhythm and everything like that. So we'll kind of skip over that. We play the chorus again, and then we play a third verse that is half the length of our other two verses. Now for this one, I like to bring down the dynamic. I like to bring down the intensity of the music, bring the volume down. And one of the ways that I'll achieve that is doing a technique called palm muting. So that is when I'm using the side of my hand to mute the strings of the ukulele, not entirely, but just enough so that we can hear the note, but they're not ringing out brightly, right? So I can still hear the distinction of a chord, but it's not allowed to ring out brightly like so. So it's kind of this muffled sound. It's an interesting technique, and it can be helpful. We can play quieter with our hands, maybe try to make sure that we're strumming with the fleshy part of our fingers as opposed to our nails when we're hitting those strings to get a more warm sound out of our instrument. But this palm muting thing is a very, very rock and roll sort of move. And it has this nice percussive element to it because we're kind of chunking and playing a chord at the same time with this technique. Now, in order to achieve that, I want to place the side of my palm basically on the bridge, on the saddle. I don't want to be putting my hand here, because that's going to completely mute the strings. They're not going to be able to ring out at all. So I need to find a balance. So give yourself a little bit of time to find the right balance where you're getting pitches out of those strings, but they are kind of muffled. Okay, and here, when I'm doing this, I'm not going to worry too much about covering all the strings when I'm strumming. As soon as I'm planting my hand on the bridge here, all of a sudden I have less movement, right, with my strumming hand. I can't move as much because part of my hand is kind of locked down on that bridge now. So if I'm not hitting every string with every strum, that is not a problem. I'm probably going to be confined to my middle strings, maybe the G string, C string, and E string will be most of what I hit here. And then I also have to figure out how I'm going to strum, how I'm going to move my hand. And here, it's definitely all about the wrist. And I'm kind of doing a two-finger approach here, where I'm kind of doing my downstrokes with my index finger, upstrokes with my thumb. So that is, once again, using those fingers to my advantage, because I can't move my arm as much when I'm playing with this technique. So I'm letting my wrists make subtle movements, as well as my fingers. Okay, let's see what that sounds like. Still doing that boom chicka. I've had years of cramped up city life, trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life can't be simple again. I'm going to do that again, and I'm just going to play the chords. I'm not going to sing, so you can hear what that sounds like. So again, it really brings that volume down and adds that neat percussive element to it, and it just changes the texture. Again, we've done two long verses of the same chord progression. Of course, we've got some interesting lyrics going on to keep our attention, but it's nice to give us a sonic shift as well. So for that last verse, I like that one to be the one where we kind of dip down and get quiet before coming back up for that last chorus and getting loud. All right, so let's play through the song, see what it sounds like, play along in whatever capacity you're comfortable. And remember, you can always come back to this video later on when you've learned new techniques, or maybe you've improved your chords. Things are transitioning a little bit smoother, and you can come back and jam out again. So let's play. Wish that I was on old Rocky Top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bills. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half bear, other half cat. Wild as a mink, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top. Rocky Top, Tennessee, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed old Rocky Top, looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee, Rocky Top, Tennessee. I've had years of cramped up city life, trapped like a duck in a pen. All I know is it's a pity life can't be simple again. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me and strumming along. Thank you, Jamie, for singing along with me. So I hope you enjoyed the tune. I definitely enjoy playing it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com. I love talking about all things ukulele, so yeah, I am all ears. If you have found this video in the wilds of YouTube, you can sign up for my email list. There's going to be a link in the description that you can click on. And every Friday I send out a lesson, additional materials that you might not get here on YouTube or on my website, tinyvillagemusic.com. So I will email you everything you need for these lessons. So if I'm referring to diagrams or tabs or anything like that, they'll be emailed to you every Friday if you sign up for that mailing list. So come join us. It'll be a good time. All right, that's all for today. Thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. A quick chord review here. Yep.